There are many mysterious artifacts around the world that scientists find difficult to explain. Some of these are discovered in places you wouldn't expect, whereas others hold alleged otherworldly powers that researchers are unable to explain. So today, here at Unexplained Mysteries, we'll be taking a look at 5 mysterious artifacts from around the world. Battery-powered bell at Oxford University. The Oxford electric bell has rung for approximately 10 billion times, according to Oxford University, and sits in the Clarendon Laboratory of Oxford University. For the past 179 years, the bell has been ringing continuously. The Oxford electric bell, also known as the Clarendon dry pile, was purchased by clergyman and physicist Robert Walker in 1840 for a collection of apparatus and is considered as part of the world's oldest experiments, although it may not have started off initially as an experiment. Designed initially by instrument makers Watkin and Hill in London, there is a note beside the electric bell that reads, "Set up in 1840, and the bell's continuous sound has been drowned out by 2 layers of glass." The Oxford electric bell has 2 dry pile batteries connected in series with brass bells attached to each battery. A clapper that hits the brass bells due to electrostatic force hangs between the batteries and is about 4 mm in diameter. The electrostatic force allows the bell to keep ringing while using little currents of electricity. This continuous ringing led to the device holding the Guinness World Record for the most durable battery in the world. Nobody knows what the battery piles are made of, and scientists are skeptical about opening the bell with the fear that it would ruin the experiment and won't be able to know how long the ringing would last. The piles are, however, coated with sulfur that seals the cells and electrolytes. The piles are, however, believed to have been Zamboni piles, the world's first electric batteries, invented by Giuseppe Zamboni in the 19th century. Those piles generate low currents of electricity and are made from alternating discs consisting of materials like sulfur, zinc, copper, and others. No one is exactly sure if the ringing will ever stop, and it is believed that the clapper may wear out first before the dry piles, bringing the experiment to a halt. Eisenmann iron pillar. The Iron Man, known in the native German words as der Eiserne Mann, or also known as the Iron Man in the Kottenforst, is a pillar believed by some to be an out-of-place artifact because it is a one-of-a-kind peculiarity in Central Europe. The Iron Man pillar, dating as far back as the 17th century, as a border along the Roman water channel between Heimersheim and Ulfter, is located 2 kilometers northeast of the village Dunsthoven in the National Forest of Kottenforstwil, Nature Park, Germany. The pillar is about 2.18 meters in length, having a rectangular bar shape. About a meter of the pillar is buried in ground, while the remaining 1.18 meters stands solid. The simplicity and plain look of the pillar, because of the way it was cast, and its enormous size, makes this ancient artifact fascinating. Until the 1970s, the Iron Man pillar was only known as a metallic object without having any idea what type of metal it was made from. Thanks to a metallurgical test carried out in the 1970s, the results showed that the pillar is made from pig iron. Pig iron is the result of refining iron metal, likewise ilmenite, with a high carbon fuel and reductant, for example coke, usually with limestone as a flux, making this type of iron very brittle. The method used in making the Iron Man pillar is assumed to have been the conventional pig iron manufacturing process where liquid metal is poured into a channel, which flows into a mould in the ground. There is no adequate explanation of the origin or the reason why the Iron Man pillar was made, with many stories and legends surrounding it. Although the previous position cannot be found precisely anymore, the amount of rust the pillar has experienced is minimal, but signs of weathering are apparent. This type of pillar is the only known type of marker in Europe, giving it its unique peculiarity as a one-off item. The Sri Lanka meteorite fossils. There are claims that some astrobiology scientists in the UK and the US may have found meteorite matter in Sri Lanka, which may have some form of biological attributes. According to this claim, the fragments of a fossil found in the stones entail that extraterrestrial life exists outside the Earth, in the major comment which the stones had detached from. The meteorite was found in a community a small distance from Polonnaruwa, a historical ancient town in Sri Lanka, on December 29, 2012. On examination, it was observed that the components of the stone could be related to the structure of a carbonaceous chondrite. The major part of the meteorite was said to be made of vaporous biotic cells, and it may be what precipitated the episode of red rain that had occurred in the area. According to the Journal of Cosmology, during the meteorite sample analysis, the donut-shaped cell found in the fossil had striking similarities to that of the red rain cells. Furthermore, it was discovered in the findings that the diatoms found in the electron microscopic images were similar to that of algae. Also, this new research may tend to support the theory of panspermia strongly. The discovery examinations also eliminate the fact that the findings may be due to contamination, since perhaps there are diatoms everywhere around the Earth, and these meteorites were found in the water of which diatoms are in abundance. The researchers may have also revealed that this may be the first actual discovery of biological cells in a carbonaceous meteorite. Apparently, the samples contained low levels of nitrogen, hence fossil discovery. Although there are critics that question this claim, stating that these diatoms may have been from the environment which the meteorite had encountered on Earth because the diatoms possessed earthly similarities. The critics also pointed out that the carbonaceous chondrites may not be meteorites but embedded river rocks that may have been misidentified. However, scientists from Cardiff University who had examined the meteorites stated that they had answers for unconvinced observations. Rongo Rongo. The Rongo Rongo script in Rapa Nui language of Easter Island in Polynesia is ancient artifacts containing an arrangement of glyphs appearing to be proto-writing or writing. There have been different efforts to decipher these glyphs, but the meaning is yet to be known. The word Rongo Rongo means to recite, to declaim, to chant out, and the scripts were initially referred to by Brother Eugene Irold, who was sent to the island as an evangelist by the Roman Catholic Church in 1864. Even though he recorded seeing hundreds of these scripts, only about 24 that are either burned, weathered or damaged were found 4 years later. Currently, there are no more Rongo Rongo scripts on Easter Island, as the remnants are now scattered all over the world in private collections and museums. The surviving Rongo Rongo scripts are etched in woods aside from a few cuts in stone, called petroglyphs, and this style of writing is only peculiar with Easter Island amongst the islands in the Polynesian Triangle. Most of the wooden tablets are made from Pacific rosewood, while others are made from South African yellowwood. The glyphs, styled in the shape of humans, plants, animals and geometric shapes, are carved on the wooden tablet about 1 centimeter high along the length of the tablet's shallow channel. According to the word of mouth passed on by generations, it is said that the wooden tablet and the etched glyphs were carved by scribes using obsidian flakes or small shark tooth. A style of writing called reverse boustrophedron is used in original Rongo Rongo texts. This is when a reader reads a text on a tablet from the bottom left-hand corner to the right, then turns the tablet by 180 degrees to continue reading the next line from left to right, continuing the rotation for each line till the reader gets to the top. Even though the purpose or the meaning of the Rongo Rongo texts are yet to be known, it is an essential piece of the puzzle to knowing the ancient way of life of the inhabitants of Easter Island. Dybbuk box. The word dybbuk means cling in the Hebrew language, and it refers to a malicious spirit believed to be a lost soul of someone that passed away trapped in an object and has the ability to possess and haunt humans. The Dybbuk box is a wine box thought to be possessed by a dybbuk, and the first account of it was when it was auctioned on eBay in September 2001 by a man named Kevin Mannis. The box contains 2 1920s pennies, a 4-legged candle holder, a lock of dark brown hair bound with rope, a little golden wine goblet, a dried rosebud, and a little statue engraved with the Hebrew word shalom. As the story goes, a Polish Holocaust survivor by the name of Havela immigrated from Spain to America and brought the box with her. After her demise, her family sold off most of her property, where Kevin Mannis bought the box alongside other items in 2001. Kevin tried returning the box, fearing it might have been mistakenly sold, suspecting it was unusual. But Havela's granddaughter demanded he takes it, explaining that it was unopened for years because of the Dybbuk in it. A series of unfortunate events began to happen to Kevin and his family members, including nightmares of a good friend turning into an old demonic creature, beating him in his sleep. He would wake up with marks and bruises all over his body. He eventually got rid of it by selling it on eBay in June 2003. 8 months later, a Truman State University student, Yosef Nitzke, became the last person to auction the box on eBay. He claimed the box made his hair fall out, suffered various health problems, and caused the bulbs in his apartment to burn out. Nitzke eventually sold it to Jason Haxton, who wrote the book The Dybbuk Box, for $280. Jason also confirmed that he experienced health challenges like coughing up blood and hives. After he was able to seal the Dybbuk with the help of Jewish religious leaders, he eventually gave out the box to Zach Bagans, who currently displays it in his box in Las Vegas. But what do you think of these 5 historical mysteries? Be sure to let us know your thoughts in the comment section below and help us spread growing this community while working to solve these unexplained mysteries. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos.